too many promises, I won't go back on them, no. Girl, we gotta work it out right now. I swear I'll make you love again, I'll make you love again, yeah. If it's the last thing that I say, I make sure I say it the right way. If it's the last thing that I do, I make sure that I get through to you. If it's the last thing that I do, I make sure that I get through. Make sure that I get through to you. Gotta work it out somehow. I made too many promises, I won't go back on them, no. Girl, we gotta work it out right now. I swear I'll make you love again, I'll make you love again, yeah.
Well, good evening. Welcome into the final week of round robin play in the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand Badminton League. And we might have our finalists already, but we're still playing for prize money because we've got two teams trying to secure that third spot, and the other two, of course, are tuning up for the grand final on the 1st of May. A reminder as well, tickets are on sale now. Go to the website, so we'll give you that info right through the night. All of the proceeds go to Starship Foundation. That is every single dollar from ticket sales at Sky City Theatre go to Starship Foundation. Joining me tonight for the final week is Raina Phillips. Raina, rugged up. It's winter outside. The rain is falling. The temperature's changed. But this is interesting now. There's not a lot for the top teams to play for this week. But for the Apples and the Whales, they're trying to get third place, so they're still playing for the money, aren't they? Yeah, definitely, and I think tonight's going to be really interesting because last time we saw the Starship Rockets play the Plenty Bay Whales, you know, it was quite a fierce split, would say, in scores. But now we've got Ollie, Layden Davis and Marnie back, and that'll be really cool to see how that changes the game tonight. Yeah, and we've also seen right throughout this competition that personal pride is huge, isn't it? These players, you know so many of them, these players know each other really well. They do not want to let their opposition get one up on them, do they? We love losing. No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, definitely. I mean, whether they're playing, you know, whether they've already secured their spot in the finals, they're always gonna bring their best out on the court, and it'll be cool to see what happens. Well, and tonight, of course, it is the Starship Rockets up against the Plenty Bay Whales. Let's have a look at the points table that led to the situation going into this final week. The Tiger Brokers Tigers, they're unbeaten, and they have one more chance before they go to the grand final to keep that unbeaten record. Starship Rockets are confirmed in second place. The Apples and the Whales level on 4 points apiece. So essentially, across this week, tonight and tomorrow, whomever of the Apples and the Whales gets the better result will get third place prize money. Remember, they're playing for a total prize pool of $20,000. Raina, what do you like about the Rockets? What do you like about this team that has indeed got them through to the grand final? I just think they've got a really well spread out bunch of players who have strengths in different domains and just actually come together and knit a really strong team front. Pani Megawati, of course, coach of the Starship Rockets, as we have a look now at the Plenty Bay Whales, and Ricky Olsen Ziegemund in control. We've mentioned Marnie back and Ollie back for the Whales tonight. Where are their strengths? How can they get a result tonight to help them get third?
Yeah, so we had Shauna, who I believe took the single game that they had against the Starship Rockets last time. So she'll be gunning to keep that score still under her belt. And then obviously we've got Ollie back, who is a huge asset to them, and just bringing up the younger boys like Adam, Andy and Ryan, and just kind of guiding them on that front.
Yeah, let's have a look at the matchups tonight. So we start, of course, with 3v3 men's singles. I think that's one of the wild card matches. If Andy Rouse can find that form from early on in the comp when he beats Oscar Guo, I think that could be a crucial one for the Wales. We follow that with the women's singles. That's a great one as well. Caitlin was the MVP last week. She's up against Shauna Lee. Doubles, and mixed. Remember, everyone, if we're 3-3 at the end of the night, we go to a golden game. Let's get it on. It's the final week of round robin. We start tonight, as always, with the 3v3. And so the Starship Rockets lead the players out, as is probably appropriate, given that they have already booked their place in the grand final. And there are changes to the Plenty Bay Wales 3v3 lineup. We'll have a look at that in a moment or two. The Starship Rockets have stayed very consistent, albeit of late. They have tried a few combinations in this Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League. But this trio of Dylan Sojasa, Jonathan Curtin and Alyssa Dagley, the third combination they've tried. They did win this respective matchup last time these two teams
can you
played.
Move a little bit, please? Thank you. All right, so I've got a green and a black. I'll let you choose, Ollie. Black. So it's green, serve, receive, ends. Serve. Okay, so you're serving. And who's receiving? You're receiving, and stay in this end.
So there's always a lot to organise for the umpire in 3v3 and a lot to get sorted. The players have 2 minutes to complete their warm-up, but I always think it's 2 minutes for the umpire to figure out who's serving and who's doing what. Raina Phillips is alongside. Final week of round robin play. It's been a really good league, an exciting league. The critics might say, but hang on, we found the two grand finalists with a week still to play, but that's the way it goes. These two teams, the Rockets and the Tigers, who will play tomorrow night, have just proven too good. There's Dylan Sojasa, Shauna Lee in the middle of the court there. I'm sure she'll be hoping to go out a winner tonight and help her team to victory, a victory that may well secure the Plenty Bay Wales third place prize money. And on the far side of the court is Adam Jeffrey at 20 years of age. Very comfortable now in this environment. But I think the quality's been good, and whilst we may have found our two grand finalists, most of our ties, most of our matches have been very close.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing always in badminton, especially in this league that I found is, yeah, the scores just do not reflect how tight those games were.
We've had a fair few golden games. Wasn't the case last time round these two teams played. As Raina's already mentioned tonight, it was 5-1 to the Rockets over the Wales. Jonathan Curtin very much a part of that success. Just a quiet achiever, isn't he? Brings a lot of experience, but he's very steady, doesn't fluctuate from great highs to great lows. He's very reliable, isn't he?
Yeah, very consistent.
There's Alyssa Dagley, 21 years of age. And we were all sharing pet photos, and she's got a lovely little lab, little puppy.
Lovely little lab.
Keeping her busy.
Ready to play.
And Oliver Layden-Davis just on the far side there, of course, having missed the middle part of the season whilst he was overseas. But back, and I'm sure focused on helping his team to secure as many points as they can. He'll just play in the 3v3 and the men's doubles tonight, will Oliver Layden-Davis. Interesting that for the Rockets, we don't see Abhinav Minota in the 3v3, and in fact we're only going to see Mani Minota once tonight in the men's doubles, so I'm guessing that's just looking after him ahead of the grand final.
Yeah.
Normally you'd think he'd play more than one match, yeah?
Normally, yeah, he's fairly strong.
He's okay, he goes all right.
He's okay.
Just about ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Plenty Bay Wales, represented by Adam Jeffrey, Oliver Layden-Davis, and Shauna Lee. And on my left, Starship Rockets, represented by Alyssa Tago, Jonathan Curtin, and Dylan Joyce Jasa. Starship Rockets to serve, Alyssa Tago to Adam Jeffrey. Level, play.
You do sense a little
over.
more of a relaxed
One.
feel
Love.
going into this. Certainly from the Rockets anyway. Their job's done. They want to
Yeah.
maintain their form.
Two,
Yeah.
love.
But in a funny kind of way, it's the Wales
Service
who
fault
have
goal.
more to play for.
Two
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Service over. 1-2.
Bit of confusion, but the Wales got there in the end.
Whose racket did it
Service
come
over.
off, do you reckon?
3.
My glasses on,
One.
so I can't tell.
I couldn't see. They were both having a crack at it.
Good anticipation there from Jonathan.
Service over. 2-3. Service over. 4-2. Out.
Again, we
It's
see
over.
the server under so much pressure in 3v3.
4. Service over. 5-3. Service over. 4-5. Fault. 5-all.
Here is Bernard Minota in amongst teammates and fans. Nice angle there from Adam Jeffrey.
The Wales definitely have the advantage of height on their side.
Service over.
It was an especially good shot because he broke a string at the same time and still
6-5.
was able to effect a winning shuttle. It's the first time that Shauna Lee's played the 3v3.
Is it?
Jasmine Ing has been
7-5.
ever present for the Wales. So
True.
Ricky Olsen Ziegerman just trying to mix it up on this final night.
Service over. 6-7.
It's a bit of a jittery start from
Service over.
the Rockets in this
8.
game.
6.
Nice. Taking the pace off the shuttle there. So Jasa. Yeah,
Service
certainly
over.
if there's a risk of being a
7,
little complacent,
8.
we might be seeing evidence of it. That
Yeah.
they know they've already
Service
got a
over.
place in that grand
9,
final on the 1st of May.
7.
3 game points now for the Plenty Bay Whales.
10 game point, 7.
And they win the first game. And
Game.
I mean, they played well enough, Rainer, but really the Starship
First
Rockets
game
never seemed
won
to get
by
out of second
Plenty
gear,
Bay
did they?
Whales.
Yeah.
11-7.
There's a bit of bunny hopping and just not really, I guess, turning up just yet. I mean, there wasn't much of a setup or even like a pull through. But then again, I mean, it is it's colder as it's getting later in the year, and it is always harder to come out and be that first game on when the season is kind of feeling like this.
Yeah, essentially, the Plenty Bay Whales is they're just getting a little briefing here by their coach, Ricky Olsen-Zegerman, but they're essentially playing for a little bonus here. I'm sure, I don't know officially, but I'm sure the players get the lion's share of the prize money, if not all of it across the team. So essentially this is play for third place money.
Yeah.
It's a little pocket money for you on the back of what's been a long Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League. We had the break in the middle for lockdown. So they literally have that tangible reward, don't they, that they're trying to play for. Not that the Rockets won't be motivated. They'll be right in the contest. I'm just not sure. I agree with you, Rainer, that I'm not sure they've quite got their game faces on yet.
Wait. Second game, level, play.
Oh, okay, there we go. There's the Dylan Sajasa Sol.
Service over.
Talked about this last week. He's
1 love.
Sort of our more vocal players, eh?
Yeah, he is, and apparently there's a little side bet going somewhere.
Service
Someone's
over.
watching and counting
1
each so as he goes through the night.
Are we going to do a donation per so?
Well, there was another. That might be a little Starship Foundation pledge during the grand final.
20 cents per
2,
so of Dylan Suajasa. The Rockets definitely seem a bit more present coming to the start of this
3,
game already.
1.
Hayden Davis wise to leave that one.
Service over. 2, 3.
So have a look at the Adam Jeffrey serve now. Shauna Lee was just doing her best to get out of the way. So often the case, especially when you're
3,
defending. If you're at the
4.
net, just get out of the way.
Yeah. Hit it and yeet it, eh?
Out. Service over. 4, 3.
That was quick reactions. He was right onto the racket, to be
Service
fair, but
over.
he still reacted very
4.
quickly, Adam Jeffrey.
Oh. Service over. 5, 4.
Off the frame from Curtin. It's almost
over.
a 100% pattern
Oh.
when The server goes long as Leighton Davis and Lee get tangled up.
It's over.
But when serving to
6,
the female player in the back
5.
court, the serve goes long.
Yeah, yeah.
Seven, 5.
Not that opportunity here at the moment for the Rockets. Shauna Lee in the front court. Nice angle.
Great from Shauna.
Service over. 6, 7.
The untried combination of Leighton Davis, Jeffrey and Lee. They're within touching distance now of getting the first point on the board.
Eight, 7.
Maybe this is the combination they needed from the start.
Yeah, they're certainly taking advantage of any lethargy that might be there with the Rockets. And that brings up multiple match points now.
10, match point, 7.
And this is tough.
Service over.
Facing match points
8,
and you're serving.
10.
It's got to be so accurate here from Dylan Sajasa. Oh, that's not bad.
9, 10.
They all saw the humour in that. Adam just couldn't get out of the way. Oh, wow. That is the peril of 3v3. Shauna Lee was a passenger and she almost watched her two teammates deal to each other.
That would not have been ideal.
Play.
Meanwhile, all 3 match points have been saved. And that's 4 points in a row now for the Rockets. And the loudest so of the night so far.
11, 10. Service over. 11 all.
Anyone joining us for the first time watching our coverage? Of course, the short format of the game to 11, but you must win by 2. A 4th match point now for the Plenty Bay Whales.
12, 11.
Leighton Davis, as is typical, he takes his time, plays at his pace. That's the danger. You're lifting in a rally and it's very hard to come out on the right side of it.
13-12.
Well, they say
Wow.
4 match points, and eventually at the second time of asking, they
Second
win the
game,
game.
won by
The Starship Rockets. So
14-12. 1 game all.
So we've mentioned that they looked a little bit slow out of the blocks, but maybe we can now label that complacency also with the Wales, that with 3 match points, they just took
Yeah.
it too quietly.
Yeah, and I think it was just probably the most flukiest turn of events that we've seen in this league so far.
It was an easy smash, wasn't it? Whether
Yeah.
Leighton Davis or Jeffrey was going to take it, it
Yeah.
was an easy smash to win the match. And now look.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I saw that go up, I was like, oh, surely that's game. But, yeah, I mean, that's probably how crucial it is for actual communication to come through in this 3v3 game.
You have to at times, I imagine, you've just got to battle your natural instincts because playing with 3 on the court is not a regular occurrence.
Yep.
Yes, in training, but in a match situation, when Adam Jeffrey saw that shuttle go high, he
Yeah.
just automatically, I'm going for this, I'm moving. But
Yeah.
hang on, Ollie's there waiting.
Yeah.
Said it a few times. I think the art of good 3v3 often is getting out of the way.
Yeah.
Just as much as it is being in the right place.
Yeah.
Final game. Level. Play. Service over. 1 love.
Right shot selection, not the right execution.
Service over. 1 all.
Nice. That was great patience from Alyssa at the front, just knowing, you know, to take her time
2,
and not go for
1.
that kill, but actually just to set it up for the boys at the back.
Yeah, and a bit more noise, they're more vocal, they're showing a bit more emotion. They're right into this now.
Fault. Service over. 2 all.
So Shauna Lee there take the opportunity to
2.
get up to the net. You'll see that rotation often. Alyssa Dagley will do it also for the Rockets. They'll, when the opportunity presents during the rally, they'll try and get to the net.
Four, 2.
Well, they would not want to lose this, would they? Having spurned 4 match points in the previous game.
Service over. 3, 4.
from Adam Jeffrey.
Service over. 5-3.
Jonathan Curtin that time.
Service over. 4-5.
Certainly is a lot cooler in Auckland tonight. The rain for the moment has stopped falling outside, but very much a cooler night. And that can affect the shuttle speed.
Yeah.
Service
Yeah.
over. 6-4.
Nice. Darglow with a beautiful touch. So generally what, colder, slower?
Yeah.
Service over.
And so then
5-6.
that's where you'll probably usually see the tournament directors actually bring out a faster speed shuttle.
Service over. 7-5.
Playing with the advantage of this 2-point lead through most of this game, the Wales.
Eight, 5.
It's good. They were caught too far forward there. I think Shauna Lee, they're trying to rotate and get to the net.
6-8.
I guess it's that whole balance of trying to take every
Play.
opportunity, but then as well being patient with when to actually move in.
It's a poor miss. They got the jitters
7,
again. Have they getting close to
8.
the finish line?
Hold.
Boy, have they. Big time.
8. Hold.
Still very much in the balance, but the Rockets with a little run of points here. And Ricky Olsen-Ziegerman has
9,
called timeout.
8.
So they're going to have a chat about it.
Lenti Bay, timeout.
It's crucial, isn't it? So
Yeah.
late in the match. I don't think she could resist there at 8-6 up. They've just lost 3 in a row, and in a similar fashion to the end of the second game, they had 3 match points, 4 in total, but 3 in
Yeah.
a row, and lost them all.
Yeah. And I think particularly tonight, Ricky's thinking so much more than just, you know, the game that she's looking at. She's thinking about, cool, how can we try and solidify a score that's going to put us above the Mighty Jazz Apples for tomorrow? And so I'm not surprised that Ricky is going to be taking any
9,
opportunity she can
8.
to solidify
Play.
any lead that she can get for her team.
Hold. Service over.
It's interesting that the point was won about the time someone actually took the pace off the shuttle.
9.
Everyone was
All.
playing at pace until
Yeah.
that moment. Match point number 5.
Match point 9.
It's no wonder they want to talk about it. They've had a few chances to get this moment right. And they do.
Great job.
Wow, I sense a little sigh of relief there. Look at Adam Jeffrey saying, goodness me, did we make hard work of that or what?
Yeah.
But thankfully, they're not left to rue those missed opportunities in the second game for the Wales. They do win it in the third and take a lead over the Starship Rockets. So the new trio of Leighton Davis,
11-7.
Jeffrey and Lee, combined to defeat Sajasa, Curtin and Taglay. And I think Starship Rockets might feel, we should have just got into the game quicker. We were a little slow in that first game, and ultimately that's seen them pay a big price.
Yeah. Yeah, and it might actually just be maybe a timely reminder to them that, you know, although they are secure in the finals, that, you know, they can't just cruise through because they are up against still a very strong team. And I think the Plenty Bay Whales did really well in just actually holding on to, you know, the lead that they had, coming through, being patient with their shots and just, yeah, following through with what they need to do. And I mean, it'll also be interesting to see what they actually can achieve tonight as they try and push for that third place up against the mighty Jazz Apples. But let's hear from the trio from the Plenty Bay Whales over with Andrew.
Thanks, Raina. Adam, I think I saw a little sigh of relief when you guys won that. Was that in the backs of your minds there, that you'd had 4 match points in game 2? Was an important one to win, wasn't it, after having had those opportunities?
Yeah, a little mishap at the end of the second there, of course, but now we just had to put that behind us. Let them back in, of course, in the third, but that's okay. We needed to refocus and keep doing what we're doing. I think we played well the whole time to give ourselves leads in all 3 sets, so we just had to execute and finish it, which we did, which is pleasing.
Is it? I mean, 3v3, I know you guys play it in practice, but are you still battling your natural instincts when you've got 3 out there? I mean, you're so used to playing singles or doubles or mixed. Some of the movement, sometimes, are you having to battle what you naturally want to do?
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's not really a movement we ever really train. Like, we do other stuff. And yeah, this is just way different. So yeah, basically it's just got to think about it like the whole game, which is hard.
Good stuff though. Well done, guys. Congratulations with the first up win. So the Plenty Bay Whales get the first point on the board tonight. Remember, they are playing to try and secure third place. They're level on points on the points table at the moment with the mighty Jazz Apples, and they play tomorrow night. So what sort of a target can the Whales set the Apples? Can they get the victory tonight? Coming up next, stay with us. It's the men's singles. Welcome back to the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand Badminton League. That website, nzbadmintonleague.com, is where you find all of the information, including tickets on sale for the grand final on May the 1st at Sky City Theatre. 3 o'clock on the Saturday afternoon, we get things underway. All proceeds from ticket sales go direct to Starship Foundation. Make sure you get along. Let's sell it out. 700 tickets only available. Plenty Bay Wales won't be there. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Leading into that. Starship Foundation Rockets will be, though, but they're trailing tonight. The Wales have the lead after the win in the 3v3. Confirmation of the lineup of matches as they will play out this evening. If we're 3-3, we go to Golden Game. Let's go next, though, to our men's singles between Andy Rouse and Ricky Cheng. And this will be interesting for me, Raina, to see if Andy Rouse can bookend his Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League stunning win over Oscar Guo in round 1.
Yeah.
And has just been a little up and down since without reaching that high. Bikash Mukherjee and Andrew Chan are the officials. And he's up against a very consistent young performer in Ricky Cheng in this one.
Green and black. Who's calling? Black. You will receive.
Yeah, Ricky is definitely, he's come through juniors as such a strong player, and he's also just entered into the senior ranks. It's just absolutely consistent. It's been great to watch him. But yeah, I am hoping that Andy kind of finds that that energy and kind of that level of performance that he had in that game against Oscar, because that was honestly just absolutely brilliant. Like I still frothed that game. That was so good.
And in a way, it's been a hard act to follow.
Yeah.
He certainly set the bar very, very high. Ricky Cheng, though, at 18. During this Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League, I think the result that is worth talking about the most is his win at the North Island Champs, which was played essentially during this competition.
Yeah.
And that was against a quality opposition. Edward Lau, I think it was, he beat in the final. So he's kind of announced himself, as you've said, at senior level, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Player with an all-round game and at a young age seems to have a very good temperament as well.
Yeah, brilliant composure, and just because I think that's the really rare thing is when you have a player who's brilliant, but then also has it paired with great sportsmanship and just the way they compose themselves on court. And Ricky definitely has that.
Andy Rouse is the older of the two by 4 years, ranked at 19 in men's singles, and I think that's probably a little misleading. I'd say he's very much top 10, and as we've seen, he's top 3 on his day. He can mix it with any of them. He just needs to find that consistency.
Yeah.
And at times, if we're going to talk about Ricky Cheng and his temperament, at time Andy Rouse can just let his mind get the better of him.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a few times where, his game pro would have benefited if he's actually just managed to rein it in a little bit and just to refocus his mind and his efforts into the next point and not the one that has just gone by.
All learnings, of course, as players gain more exposure at this very top level. And Andy Rouse has shown us that he's got the game to foot it with anyone. This should be a fascinating clash, reminding you that the Plenty Bay Wales have the lead on the night, having won the 3v3, which was a reversal of that result in their previous meeting. Plenty Bay Wales were beaten 5-1 on that occasion by the Rockets, so they've already equalled their sum total of that night, and they'll be hoping they can go on with it. Ricky Cheng with one final serve. Andy, I'm sure, will have the same. We should be just about ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Starship Rocket represented by Ricky Cheng. On my left, Plenty Bay Wales represented by Andrew Ross. Ricky back to serve. Love ball. Play. One love.
Good judgment.
2 love.
Well, this will be a test of Andy Rouse's concentration and resolve. Even more so because he played that point really well.
Yeah.
Suddenly Ricky Cheng just did enough. Good rally, but again, it's Cheng. Continues this dominant start.
Ball. 6 love.
We'll just keep an eye on this because Ricky Cheng is totally dominant here, and I think the pressure is slowly building for Rouse.
Seven love.
It's just missed again.
8 love.
What a performance this is from Cheng.
Yeah.
9 love.
Well, we've not seen the likes of this throughout the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League. And that's gone long. Goodness me. What sort of resolve, what sort of resilience does Andy Rouse have here?
Starship Rocket 11 love.
And credit Ricky Cheng. Obviously didn't put a foot wrong.
Yeah.
Did not make a single mistake.
Yeah.
I thought early on though, Raina, first 4 or 5 points, I thought Andy Rouse was playing okay.
Yeah, yeah.
A little unlucky on a couple of shots,
Yeah.
but that's pretty tough to come back from.
Yeah, I think maybe the turning point was, I actually remember there was a shot where Andy did a great smash on the line, and it was almost as if he didn't anticipate for Ricky to get it back. And then all of a sudden Ricky got it back. And there was that kind of like that jump start, and it was kind of from there where it just kind of, I think, snowballed for Andy. And I think when you're playing singles against someone as strong as Ricky in particular, obviously you hope for the shuttle not to come back, but you always anticipate it to come back.
So Ricky Cheng, we just saw on court, not needing too much attention from Fanny Megawati, whilst Ricky Olsen-Siegemund is in deep conversation, concludes now with Andy Rouse. But let's see the character of 22-year-old Andy Rouse. He's getting good support from his teammates. Vikash Mukherjee, our chair umpire, just having a little issue just off camera with his microphone, so just getting some attention whilst Ricky Cheng waits. He's ready to serve. Both players have been out there now for a minute or two.
Right.
Okay, well, this is going to be called stating the bleeding obvious, but he needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. And he's doing his best to get himself into the game.
Yeah. And it is so hard coming back from, a loss. And so I just really hope he can actually... Sorry, I got distracted.
3-love, the ruling. Ricky Cheng's asking about the racket being over the net. Vikash Mukherjee says no. Andy Rouse just wants to keep going here. You can hear him. Ricky Cheng can't believe that. This is amazing.
Awesome.
And it's really interesting too, watching Andy Rouse. He's a real case study in psychology.
Oh yeah, I might take some notes, eh?
First point of the game for Cheng. And what I'm seeing at times, Raina, is where's the middle ground?
Yeah.
When he's up 4-love here, he's full of noise,
Yeah.
he's full of energy.
Yeah.
But the retreat position is a long way from that.
Yeah.
So when you are down as a sports person,
Yeah.
how do you pick yourself up? You can't just be like this when you're winning.
Yeah.
So that's maybe one of the challenges for Andy. That's nice though.
Yeah.
He's in the mood, isn't he now?
Yeah, I mean that whole balance is always hard to find, because
Easy from here, eh?
yeah, I mean everything's easy from here. But just having to be motivated, have that energy, but then not let it get away from you.
Oh,
Brilliant.
wow. He is playing some brilliant badminton. And I think what he also has to be careful of here is these shouts need to be for his own benefit, not directed at the opposition. Rouse on a roll. Can you believe this?
It's an absolute turn.
And just to the left of the umpire's chair, Fanny Megawati is calling for a timeout. So she wants to just try and halt the juggernaut here that is Andy Rouse. And small moments in matches like this, had Ricky Cheng won the first point of this game, it had the potential to completely change the mood.
Yeah.
Rouse got it, and he's gone on to dominate the second game.
It was basically just a catalyst for whoever really won that first point.
Fanny Megawati with a look of real concern.
And I think particularly this time out for Fanny was mainly just trying to maybe diffuse whatever maybe annoyance or frustration Ricky might be feeling from the way this has turned out.
Well, certainly has seen a halt in the momentum for the moment anyway. Good anticipation.
Well controlled as well by Ricky. And I guess this is where the important question is whether Andy can actually hold that lead and extend it.
Good patience from Cheng. Manoeuvring Rouse, waiting for his chance. Oh, this is a great response from the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Cheng having to wait. Ready now.
Goes long.
So that lead has evaporated. And we enter another different phase of this match. Just missed. What a match of momentum, changes in momentum. That's a great combination from Rouse. The touch at the net and then the clean winner. Tried one of the toughest shots in the book. This has been a really good game, isn't it? Very much in the balance.
Absolutely polar opposite to our first game we had earlier.
Game point now for Andy Rouse. And in completely contrasting style to Cheng's win in the first.
Great patience, wow.
This is really good badminton between these two. Andy Rouse is fired up and still he shouts in delight having taken this to a third game. And he is pretty fired up at the moment. And for Ricky Cheng, more a case for the 18-year-old of just staying on that level.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the highs or the lows perhaps of Andy Rouse. He must be a fascinating player to coach.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's as much a case of managing Andy's mindset
Yeah.
through this. Can be a bit of a minefield.
Yeah. And I guess that's for Ricky having come out of North Harbour. I mean, North Harbour for the past probably about 10 years has had such a solid bunch of juniors who've moved on to seniors, and so he's been surrounded by, that type of, high level where you have to have that composure to be able to compete, and you're always reaching to them. Whereas obviously Andy came out of Counties Manuko, and it's always just been him really setting his own standard. And so I think he is still just getting used to that whole balance of mind games, and just that mentality and having that perfect space of being able to perform.
So who can find their composure, who can find their best game in this game 3?
Final game. Love out. Play. Service over. 1 love.
That's a great angle.
Yeah.
2 love.
Power was effortless.
Wow.
Good match, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, try telling either of these players that there's really nothing on this one tonight. I mean, there is plenty.
There is heaps, yes.
Change.
And I mean, in that rally alone, there was brilliant shots by both of the boys. I mean, there was those 2 points where Ricky set himself up with just absolutely perfect smashes, and then Andy managed to get one right behind him, and then added in one of his. Honestly, I think that was a really great slash from Andy.
And again, right at the net.
Service 2 all.
A couple of those, and of course, the rule, folks, if you're again new to the sport, the racket must not cross that line of the net.
3 2.
Can't cross the line, and am I right, Raina, that the racket or the player, they can't contact the net at all, can they?
Yeah, correct.
Service over. 3 all.
That's a rare miss for Rouse, even in the context of that 11-love first game. He's had really good touch.
Service over. 4 3.
Plenty Bay Wales looking to go 2-love up on the night. That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Service over.
Disguised.
4 all.
Oh, wow.
Service
Brilliant.
over. 5 4.
Even Andy allowed himself a little smile after that one.
Service over.
Unlucky.
5-all.
He's just missed.
Service over.
And it's missed because both
6,
players
5.
forcing their opposition into just cutting down that margin of error. Cheng did well then to cover the smash down his backhand side.
6-all. Play.
That's what, 3 now? 3 times that Andy
7,
Rouse has not
6.
quite had that touch at the net in this game.
And I mean, this is the crucial point where he really needs that touch.
Well, is Ricky Cheng finding his best badminton at the business end of this match?
Eight, 6.
This match was won
Play.
in the first round by Ricky Cheng, 11-8, 11-8. And you have to say he's now a warm favourite to win this one in 3. Andy Rouse just asking for the court to be wiped dry, and a timely opportunity for the Plenty Bay Wales singles player
Thank
to gather
you.
his thoughts. If anything, we've just seen Ricky Cheng just raise his level
9,
over the
6.
last few minutes.
Play.
Yeah, well played, Andy Rouse.
Yeah.
Service over. 7-9.
Both players have shown an ability to go on a long run of point scoring. Rouse just needs a little one of those now.
Unlucky.
Service over. 10, match point 7. Ball.
Ricky Cheng gets the win. It looked to be coming in a most comfortable fashion at 11-love in the first game, but Andy Rouse, credit the 22-year-old.
Match
Yeah.
What
won by
a fight he put up in the end
Star
here,
Shape
Yeah.
Rocket.
and really did
11
find that resilience, that
9,
resolve.
11-7.
In the end, Rainer, was it just Ricky's ability to maintain that level through the last few minutes of the match?
Yeah, I think especially when it comes to a 3-game match, it's always going to come down to which player has the most composure, which player has, that mentality to stay focused enough, but also remain calm enough just to, keep that focus where it needs to be. And I just think Ricky was consistent, not only in his shots, in his technique, and in everything, but just in the way he composed himself on court, the way he held himself, his focus, and the energy he brought, and he did an absolutely great job to do that. So let's just hear from Ricky as he heads over to Andrew now.
Ricky, well done. That was a crazy old match, wasn't it? You got away to a great start, and then you were down 7-2 in the second. Have you played many matches like that? That was really different, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely not 11-0. Never happened to me. And I think I lost a bit of focus in the second set. That's why, yeah.
You regained it, though, and you do look to be, at 18 years of age, you look to be a player with good composure, good concentration. Is that a part of your game that is a strength, your ability to stay focused?
Yeah, I've been always trying to stay focused and just stick to my strategies.
Well done. Really good performance and a good win. Ricky Cheng with a win in the men's singles, made to fight all the way by a really, really gutsy performance from Andy Rouse. That levels it up on the night. It's 1 apiece as we head into the women's singles.
Feel me in the darkness. The shadows they find.
Welcome back to Sky Sport Next coverage of Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand Badminton League, and we are level at 1 apiece after that most enthralling win by Ricky Cheng over Andy Rouse in the men's singles. So it is evenly poised as we head on into the women's singles. Still to come, of course, we have our respective doubles combinations, then the mixed. And if we are at 3-3, we will go to a golden game. But let's welcome our two players on court. Caitlin Rosario for the Starship Rockets and Shauna Lee playing for the Plenty Bay Whales. It's the women's singles. And Caitlin will be playing on the back of that confidence-boosting Crystal Ashley Designs MVP performance last week. And she had a very good win in her singles. And looking back at this clash in the first round, it was 11-7, 11-9 to Shauna Lee. But as we listen in to the toss details.
You receive. Which side you stay on that side? Thank you.
Raina Phillips alongside for this one again, and we know the talent of Shauna Lee. We know the wonderful creativity that she has in that racket hand of hers. But Caitlin Rosario showed last week and shows in glimpses in most matches that she can match it with the best.
Yeah.
So we see Shauna there at 17 years of age, #1 ranked player in the country. But this might be a story told in the opening 4 or 5 points.
Yeah.
See what sort of a mood, what sort of form Caitlin's in.
Yeah.
Shauna, by her own admission, pretty busy workload early in the competition with other sporting commitments with school. And plays volleyball to a high level. But she's freshened up a little of late. There's Caitlin at 19 years of age, so just the 2 years senior of the two players, and ranked at #5, and just needs to find that consistency of performance. A few more wins against top 3 players if she's to join in that very elite company. Final moments for these two players to get a feel for the conditions. It's not getting any warmer tonight, is it, Raina?
Nah. I sent someone to go get me a hot coffee.
Ladies and gentlemen,
oh my goodness.
On my right, Plenty Bay Whales, represented by Shauna Lee. And on my left, Starship Rockets, represented by Caitlin Rosario. Starship Rockets to serve. Love all. Play. Service over. 1 love. Two love.
You don't want to give Shauna Lee an early advantage. She'll race away from you.
You definitely do not.
Service over. 1, 2. Service over. 3, 1.
Or even that defensive shot finds its mark.
Yeah.
4-1.
Nice.
She's got such brilliant shot making. I mean,
Yeah.
she's got every shot in the book, and
Yeah.
if she plays them all, and if she's
Play.
on her game, this can be over in the blink of an eye.
5-1.
Yeah, I mean, Shauna really is equipped with everything you need to be a good badminton player, really.
Somehow she won that point. Rosario had the chance to put it away.
6-1.
Caitlin Rosario with, without question, her best performance in 2 seasons of the New Zealand League last week. 12-10, 11-8 over Sally Fu. Can be a challenge, though, to back it up.
7-1.
Yeah, something I actually find really interesting across, you know, the 4 women who tend to play the women's singles in this league is just how different their styles are to each other. You have Sally Fu, who, and
Eight,
I mean, you
one.
watch her on the 3v3 court. She has the power to match anyone. And then you have Courtney Trillo, who is just the Energizer Bunny of this whole season. And then you have Caitlin, who is the more, I'd say, tactical, patient player.
Service over.
And then you have Shauna, who, I don't know how to describe Shauna.
2.
Well,
Everything.
she's almost a little bit of all of that.
Yes.
She finds a way to win a match,
Yeah.
it seems,
Yeah.
regardless of these
Service over.
circumstances.
Yeah.
9-2.
And I tell you what, her defence is not bad either.
Yeah.
She has all the shot making. Fanny
10.
Megawati really
Game point,
concerned there.
2.
Coach of the Starship Rockets watching Caitlin Rosario. Well, we've
Game.
seen some one-sided games, goodness me.
First
Ricky
game won
Cheng
by
with
Fanny Mae
11
Wells,
love over
11-2.
Andy Rouse to start the men's singles. And I think this is 11-2. I think this was even more one-sided
Yeah.
for Shauna, just in complete control.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was maybe not, I don't even know if there were too many rallies or points that I saw Caitlin play in her most comfortable state. And so I think this time that she's getting with Fanny right now is going to be extremely helpful for her to just reset and come into a second game in a bit more of her own game.
And this will be the last memory. This will be in the backs of the minds of the Starship Rockets players as they head into the grand final, which is a week away on Saturday. So you always want your last memory, your last performance to be a very good one that you can fall back on. So the fact they're in the grand final already won't take anything away from their motivation. It's often the challenge, and Caitlin's been around on the national scene for a few years. It's easy to forget she's still just 19.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, we're seeing this challenge, and of course Shauna's only 17, but she's quite the prodigy.
Yeah.
But this can be the difficulty, is maintaining that level coming out of juniors into seniors. Match of her
20
life last
seconds.
week,
Yeah.
but just struggling to
20
find
seconds.
that level of play tonight, Caitlin
Yeah.
Rosario. Well,
Second game.
I've given in to temptation. Your hot
Love all.
coffee looks and smells great. I don't
Play.
drink coffee, but my tea's on the way.
Ah. Just long. Honestly, Andrew, coffee's the way to go.
1 love.
I can see it in the dilation of your pupils. That's nice from Caitlin. Just
Service
needs
over.
to get a couple of winners off the racket early on.
1-all.
And it just didn't get the feet going.
Service over. 2-1. Service over.
Those are vital for Rosario. Just
Yeah.
needs to clip a couple of lines.
Service over.
Jasmine Ing
3,
leading the applause.
2.
Just having to bide her time. She'll play in the women's doubles only tonight. She will, of course, play alongside Shauna.
Oh, timeout. Starship Rockets.
It is a new innovation to this league, the timeouts, but
Yeah.
it still catches the umpires by surprise.
It's
But
almost like, oh, the coaches actually have power to tell me to stop.
what's happening? Oh, that's right.
I mean, umpires are so used to having to try and kick the coaches off court, reminding them they've only got 20 seconds, and then you have a coach being like, excuse me, babes,
So
I want it.
So what are you saying? The umpires are used to power. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying they're having a power trip or anything. No, I'd never say that. Never. I mean, I can now because I don't play.
A timeout, of course, called by one coach is equally an opportunity for the opposition to have a chat. What do you think they will be saying here at the moment? What's Ricky saying to Shauna? In control of the game, I mean, is it just
20
carry on, or
seconds.
is she looking to second
20
guess what
seconds.
Caitlin might come out with?
I think Ricky just went on and had a quick on-ya and left. I think it was more crucial for Caitlin just to have Fanny
4,
come on and maybe
2,
just readjust her. Because, to
play.
be honest, from what I'm watching, it's just going to come down to Caitlin's mentality and just consistency. Like, for example, for shots like that where
5, 2.
there's nothing wrong with that shot. It's just the execution of it.
That's better. Patient approach
Service over.
from Rosario.
3, 5.
Oh, she probably plays that
Service over.
2 or 3 times in every match.
Yeah.
And it,
6,
you never get
3.
tired of watching it.
Yeah.
Just slicing across the shuttle, taking the pace off.
Oh.
In trouble there. I think lost her
Service
footing,
over.
didn't she, before the smash was made?
4, 6. Out. Service over. 7, 4.
She just arches that back and finds
8,
power
4.
anywhere along that back line.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just missed. Gosh, I thought that was Rosario with a
4.
little Shauna Lee type shot.
But yet again, it's just, it does come down to the execution for Caitlin.
And quick as you like,
10.
I said this could be
Match
over very
point,
quickly.
4.
And it looks like the Plenty Bay Whales are going to take a 2-1 lead on the night. And they have.
Game.
Well, they lost this tie 5-1 when they played in the first round, and already they have exceeded that scoreline with a second win on the night. They've won the 3v3, and Shauna Lee winning
Match won
the
by
women's singles.
Plenty Bay Wales, 11-2, 11-4.
And that was comprehensive. Caitlin Rosario never got going.
Yeah.
Shauna Lee played well, but was never forced into anything beyond third or fourth gear.
Yeah, Shauna, I mean, very similar to Ricky. Just always consistent. Always just comes on knowing what she has to do, how to perform, and she pulls through. And yeah, she was a consistent self, her strong self, and her tactical self. So let's just hear from her now.
Thanks, Raina. Well done. It was one of the quicker matches we've seen. You like those ones?
Yeah, definitely. Don't have to work as hard, like, for long. Jeez. Yeah.
You're a dangerous player for anyone to let you sneak out in front. You love playing from in front. You get your speed going. Do you feel that you're most comfortable in those situations?
Yeah, like, people have told me as well, like, I just keep playing faster when I'm in front, and I don't even realize it myself, but I guess it does help carry, like, my momentum throughout the game.
What's the team spoken about coming into tonight? Obviously chasing third place. You want the best possible result to see if you can put some pressure on the Apples tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. Like, we know that tonight's an important tie, and we try not to think about it too much because don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves, but we all know that in the back of our minds that this is a really important tie for us.
Yeah, well, whatever you're doing is working. Well done. Really good performance. So the victory there in the women's singles for Shauna Lee over Caitlin Rosario in double quick time. The Plenty Bay Whales lost this one 5-1. They lead 2-1. So can they turn it around and go on with the job? Stay with us. More to come.
You are my weakness. I tried to let you go. I blocked your number. It's hard to tell you no. I know you've got bad intentions. Oh, it feels so good to have attention. Yeah, no one has to know. No one has to know you're my guilty pleasure. Keep it on the low. Keep it on the low. You're my guilty pleasure.
Well, welcome back to the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand Badminton League. This one is poised nicely with the Plenty Bay Whales having won the women's singles on the back of a win in the 3v3. They have a 2-1 lead. Ricky Cheng with the point for the Starship Rockets in the men's singles. This has all the makings of a golden game, I have to say. In our final week of round robin, we play tonight and tomorrow night here at Waitakere before the grand final on the 1st of May. Well, let's get the show back on the road. It is the men's doubles here at the Waitakere Badminton Centre as Abhinav Minota, in his only appearance tonight, leads out Jonathan Curtin and Ryan Tong and Oliver Leyden-Davis for the Plenty Bay Whales. And here's another one of those statements so obvious it needs to be said, Raina. The Rockets are in danger here of going into the grand final not in the best shape.
Yeah, I think for them it's a bit of a... I think they're in two split minds of trying to save their players, trying to take it easy so that they're in that best physical shape, but then as well you want to kind of have that hit of a good game, you know,
Black.
to be in the best mental state.
Green. Jonathan will serve. Olivers. Okay.
Vikash Mukherjee has he's got the microphone sorted. Had a few technical issues last time out, none of which were his doing. So I think this man and his workload tonight highlights what you just said, that they're looking to be in the best physical shape come grand final time. Abhinav Minota has been overseas, had that 2 weeks in the hotel and managed isolation. Has already played, so he's got 1 week under his belt, but perhaps just trying to look after those weary limbs ahead of that grand final. So he just plays the men's doubles tonight. Ryan Tong for the Wales at 20 years of age, men's doubles ranking of 14 in the country. And he's one of those players just coming out of his teenage years that's benefited hugely from this league.
Yeah.
A couple of years experience, and he feels right at home on court with the other three who are all experienced players on the national scene and indeed on the international scene. There's Jonathan Curtin at 28, men's doubles ranking of 4, has more often than not partnered Dylan Sajasa.
Yeah.
But will play with Mani Minota tonight. And Oliver Leyden-Davis.
Uncle Ollie.
We're going with Uncle tonight? No granddad jibes or no?
Nah, he might come at me afterwards.
Or you possibly will to me now, I've said that. He is the older statesman of the game here in New Zealand, and very, very proud to fly the flag, isn't he, internationally, and does such a great job of that.
Yeah.
Often playing mixed, of course, with Anona, and also out there on the doubles circuit with the man that he faces tonight, Abhinav Minota. But he's been a wonderful servant of the game here and still got plenty of life left in those legs yet. I just know, I haven't caught up with him. I'm not sure where that Olympic dream is at. I'm not sure whether there's still a shot, still a chance, but I know that he was desperately keen to try and add the Olympic Games to his already impressive international CV.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how him and Mani are tracking with their men's doubles goal for Olympics, but obviously Anona's out with a pretty big strain to her foot, which also halted their international...
their recent campaign,
which would have been, you know, so important, especially with how limited travelling is at the moment with COVID. So that probably would have been, you know, crucial to them actually qualifying.
So pretty much all their eggs are in that doubles basket, aren't they now?
Yeah.
Oliver Leyden-Davis and Abhinav Minota. just about ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Plenty Bay Wales represented by Oliver Layton Davis, Ryan Tong. On my left, Star-shaped Rocket represented by Jonathan Curtin, Abhinav Manota. Jonathan Curtin serve, Oliver Layton Davis, low ball, play. Service over. 1 love. Service over. 1 off. Service over.
Not too much in the way of a rally just yet.
Three, 1. Change.
You'll see this pattern throughout the match. Layton Davis will take his time, he'll chat, he'll make sure the communication's good, and he'll go when he's ready to go.
Out. Service over. 2, 3. Hold. Service over. 4, 2.
Changes to both combinations from their first round clash when Adam Jeffrey and Ryan Tong were beaten by Jonathan Curtin and Dylan Sajasa, so there's not a whole lot to take from that.
Hold.
Lifted the serve, Ryan Tong.
3, 5. Service over. 6, 3.
Mighty Jazz Apples, I reckon, are probably watching with a good deal of interest. They'll know what they have to do tomorrow night.
And of course they're versing
The Tigers.
the leaders who have been a hard game to even get points off.
One of the best rallies of the match so far.
4, 6. Service over. 7, 4.
This differential may come into it if, in fact, the Wales and the Apples were to stay level. They've both got 4 points on the table at the moment, but the Apples have 2 wins, as in 2 match wins, 2 tie wins, I should say.
Service over. 5, 7.
So essentially the Apples just have to equal the performance of the Wales, and they'll do enough to grab third place.
6-7.
Manota's equally deliberate in his preparation. Almost a repeat of the Jeffrey Leighton Davis confusion from the 3v3.
8-6.
Ryan Tong did the right thing. He just got out of dodge, didn't he? I was just about to say, and the boys have almost made the point for me. Both combinations are showing they're not that fluid as pairings. They're a little rusty as combinations, but they're getting themselves out of situations with their outright badminton ability. But the movement of both pairings is not always ideal.
Yeah. I kind of liken it to, you know, when you're playing with a partnership that you've been with for years. And then you get chucked in another one. It's almost like you're a bit too scared not to be polite. Like I liken it to, you know, when you chain to your brother, feels like a strain. You're like, just get it, you know.
Service over.
Yes, what is that like?
7-9.
Yes, and it may well be the combination that settles quickest and best here. There's very little between them.
Left.
Line judge unsighted, and Bikash Mukherjee not able to call that. There's a little feeling around the gym that that may have fallen out. But the line judge clearly, his view was blocked by one of the Plenty Bay Wales players.
Service over. 10, game point, 7. Service
Leighton
over.
Davis was there quickly enough, but
8-10.
should have taken a little more time over the shot. And it is out. First game goes the way of Leighton Davis and Tong.
First game won by Plenty Bay, 11-8.
And certainly a scope for improvement in both combinations.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do think just adding a little bit more communication would benefit both teams hugely. Because obviously each player of each pairing are great. They've got the skills, they've got the shots, and I think it is just coming down to, as you said, just that slotting together, that gelling, that just kind of maybe not allowing them to play their best.
Should never make assumptions, but I will.
Love it.
I'll make one.
Let's do it.
I assume that given this is the last hit out before the grand final, that these are the combinations that Fanny Megawati will play in the grand final. Do you see Minota and Curtin playing in the men's doubles?
I'm going to make an assumption. I'm going to assume no.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
The conflict is always good.
Should we make a bet?
Conflict is good in commentary.
Let's make a bet.
So who are you suggesting will play in the doubles?
I reckon, and my expertise that don't exist, I reckon Fanny would probably want to keep
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Dylan and Jono together, or she'll chuck Dylan and Mane together.
Wow. Okay. So if that's the case,
yeah,
maybe they're throwing this as a bit of a curveball, a bit of a diversion for the Tigers in terms of the scout.
Or maybe also just to rest Dylan's vocal cords.
So,
Second game.
so
La ball.
the permutations all will be revealed on the 1st of May in the grand final at Sky City Theatre.
How cool is it that all proceeds are going to Starship? Which I think, you know, if you aren't already excited to come along, because it's also an awesome, awesome cause.
Yep. And it'll be such a unique experience. I know we've been there in round robin, but this will be the grand final on stage.
And then I believe after party at Danny Doolan's.
Are you organising? Leighton Davis annoyed with himself there.
1-all.
Party at Rayner's place.
Yeah, Hadamai.
BYO. Well, he was clever enough to win the point, but I think he missed an opportunity midway through that rally, Minoto.
Service over.
Teammates on the international stage, no love lost. The apology accepted.
If we were playing house rules, headshots end game.
Oh. For who?
Oh, it's just instant death. Do you reckon the umpires know that? Why are we continuing?
I'm not sure Bikash Mukherjee has that in his rule book.
3-2.
Maybe I'll send him a text.
Service over. 3-all.
Again, we just continue to see, I think, the short nature of the rallies, again, is testament to just these combinations finding their way.
Four, 3.
Right down the middle.
5-3.
Talking of win-loss records, when you look at the points table, as Fanny Megawati calls time out here, just a chance to delve into that. We might have an opportunity to bring the points table up, because the point scoring in this Barfoot and Thompson League, the Starship Foundation Rockets have made their way into the grand final with the 9 points. But look at the wins.
Yeah.
They've got the same win-loss record as the Apples, but 5 more points.
Yeah.
And of course, their 2 wins were outright wins. They got all 3 points.
Yeah.
And their 3 losses were all golden game losses.
Yeah.
So they picked up a point in each of those.
Yeah.
20
Whereas
seconds.
the Apples,
20 seconds.
their wins weren't by a clear margin.
Yeah.
And they weren't close in their other ties. So it just highlights that staying in the contest each night is so important.
Yeah.
6-3.
I'm actually really glad you explained that, because I was looking at that table being like, I mean, I'm not that bad at maths, but I was like, this stuff ain't adding up.
You need another coffee.
I do. Surely see at the bottom.
Jonathan Curtin, the look on his face, he just completely lost that shuttle in the air. He did not jump. He did not move. He eventually shuffled across. And I'm not sure if he just lost it in the lights.
That's actually an interesting point, because you think about how, I mean, it is awesome that the Badminton League is moving around different associations, different venues this year. But that is another hard thing that players have to get used to, is the different lighting, the different hall, and especially at Sky City Theatre, where, you know, stage lighting ain't the same as, you know, your usual badminton lighting. And just having to get used to the changes and the wind drafts and everything.
5-7.
It's a good experience again, though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure all badminton players will remember from their junior years when we rock up to North Islands. This is, you know, memory lane time. We always used to play out of Manawatu Sports Arena. And that is the mightiest draft you will ever have. And I just remember all of us juniors would be taking at least the first 2 days. And when it's a week-long competition, it's pretty sizable portion, just air swinging. Great from Ollie Landon-Davis.
Service over.
Well, there's some
8-6.
pretty hairy landings and takeoffs out of Palmerston North, so renowned for its wind at the airport, so it obviously finds its way through to the badminton hall on occasion as well.
Aren't they the mighty turbines, eh?
You think that's what causes the draft?
Is that their rugby team?
Turbos.
Turbo. Oh.
Close.
See, what a bot, say. Try to pretend like I know stuff.
Well, that's a very similar point. Back-to-back, dominant, aggressive points from the Wales.
9-6.
And they are now within touching distance of a win in the men's doubles and going to 3-1 on the night.
That's a touch for like a... They could actually win this tie.
At the very least, they will go to Golden Game if they win this men's doubles. It's caught the line.
Service over.
I'm not sure
7-9.
that Hugh Bainan would be shouting, "Go the mighty turbines." Doesn't quite have the same ring. Hugh being a very conflicted Manawatu fan. He's now living in Nelson.
Do they still have his bucket?
It might be a red bucket now. You know what I mean? He's kind of on the fence.
9.
He's,
Because those are the Sharks, eh? The Tasman Sharks?
in rugby.
Yeah. Oh my God, I need to stop.
Well, let's just focus on Wales and Rockets, and it's the Wales who look likely winners here.
10, match point, 8.
With each game win, with each match win, they edge closer to a possible third place finish on the table.
Out.
Oh,
Service over.
too much time to think about it, maybe,
9,
for Ryan
10.
Tong. They have finally hatched a plan. It's gone long. It's gone long, and I'm sure that wasn't the plan, was to serve long and give the match away, but risk and reward, and the risk on that occasion very much outweighing any rewards on offer. The Plenty Bay Whales win it.
Match
Straight games.
won by Plenty Bay 11-8, 11-9.
Thank you, Vikash, with confirmation of that score, and sets them up nicely. So the Whales finishing strongly, and a real challenge here now, I reckon, for the Starship Rockets to get their headspace right. They've got the women's doubles and the mixed, of course, to try and drag a golden game out of their night, but Plenty Bay Whales are showing plenty of fight, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Plenty Bay Whales to come back from their last score against the Starship Rockets, which was a 5-1 loss, to come in and now be leading 3-1 is absolutely fantastic. And I think it's even probably going to be harder for the Starship Rockets, who are struggling to find their energy as is, but then to push for a golden game. But let's just hear from the boys who did an awesome performance.
Thanks, Raina. Well done, guys. How much doubles have you played as a combination?
Same as last time.
So just a little bit more than last time?
Just one match more.
Yeah. So how challenging is it in this competition to adjust to different formats, 3v3, it's short games with the 11 points, and then throw different partners into the mix? Is this all good for you as a badminton player in terms of the overall learnings?
Yeah, I would say so, because it forces you to either like step up or just lose. So honestly, like if you don't step up, you have to like, you know, play your best. And it doesn't matter who you're playing with, you just have to make it work in those 11 points. And especially since it's short, like, so you have to do it. So it's good. I reckon it's good for you.
You might have just given us the quote of the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League: step up or lose. It is absolutely harsh. That's how real it is. You enjoying it though? Have you got your legs back under you a little bit more now?
Yeah, 100%. It's nice to have a little week of practice under the belt. I suppose coming in cold, but yeah, it's been good fun, especially tonight as well. Like, I think we clicked really well. We did last time and haven't played since, and still played pretty well tonight. So yeah, pretty happy to get the win for the team and see if we can get one more, hopefully.
Yeah, that's the goal, obviously. Huh? Get one more and then hopefully watch the apples crumble. Do you see what I did there tomorrow night?
Hopefully another 6-0.
Good stuff. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Oliver Layden-Davis and Ryan Tong with a win in the men's doubles, and they go to all but on the tie tonight. The Whales, they are 3-1 up, but the Rockets will come out fighting, I'm sure. The women's doubles is next.
We were in a remote bay. Jasmine had a cardiac arrest. She had less than a 3% chance of making it.
The accident happened in Fiji.
The doctor said to me, "We're gonna bring him home."
When a child's life hangs in the balance, the staff at New Zealand's only paediatric intensive care unit will be there for them. Please, join the Starship Foundation as we continue to provide brighter futures for our most critically ill children. Go to starship.org.nz and donate now.
The final week of round robin continues here at the Waitakere Badminton Centre. That website on the bottom of your screen there, write it down, put it in your phone, put it in your computer, have a nosy, nzbadmintonleague.com. That is where tickets are on sale now for the grand final. And I challenge you, step up or lose.
Oosh.
Step up, buy your tickets or lose, okay? I'm going to own that. Thank you, Ryan Tong, for that.
Hashtag it.
But make sure you are there. They've got 700. That's the capacity at the Sky City Theatre. Now, the tickets are so wonderfully priced. It is brilliantly priced. But every dollar goes to Starship Foundation. So make sure you get a ticket, and we'll see you on May the 1st. Tonight, though, it is 3-1, as we just saw. And I'll get back to talking about what I should talk about, and that was our graphic. 3-1, the Wales lead. 2 matches to go tonight. Can the Rockets pull this one out of the fire? Let's go to the women's doubles now. And it is leading our teams out, Caitlin Rosario and Alyssa Tagle for the Starship Rockets, and Shauna Lee and Jasmine Ng playing for the Plenty Bay Wales. But I really do. I'm sorry. I'm like a broken record, but I just think it's going to be such a wonderful occasion in support of Starship Foundation. And if you are watching this coverage and you are anywhere in the northern part of the North Island, what's your excuse? Get your ticket. It's a Saturday afternoon. And Raina's hosting the aftermatch.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're not a fan of Danny Doolan's, let's go Face Club, you know?
So, you choose.
Andrew Chan with the...
You this side, so you're on this side. Push. You receive. Okay. So...
Not sure if the players decided or Andrew just chose for them, but they're all in agreement. We're all okay with that.
It's a bit hard when no one talks, eh?
A big shout out to our umpires, to our line judges, to
commentators.
Well. Oh my
I'm gonna
goodness.
so just turn me off,
Oh
please.
my goodness. Have you ever thanked an official?
Me?
In your career? Did you ever thank an official?
Always. If you didn't know Andrew, I was the most politest athlete in the world.
I need to see the highlights. I need to see the match footage. There's Alyssa Tagle, 21 years of age, and ranked at number 2 in women's doubles. So this is, arguably, this is her favourite of the badminton disciplines. Very highly ranked and mixed as well. Shauna Lee, well, we talk about her in the context of being the number 1 ranked singles player, but she's not bad at mixed and doubles. Ranked at number 3 currently in women's doubles is the 17-year-old. So they will be the right-left-hand combination, the Wales. There's Caitlin Rosario. Needs to bounce back from what was a pretty disappointing performance against Shauna in the singles. Bit of a quick thud back down to earth after that wonderful win last week, but no doubting she's got the skill to bring it back in this doubles game. Jasmine Ng in what is, and I just have to confirm, but it is her only appearance tonight, unless she's involved in a golden game. And such a great team player.
Yeah, she's
always
brilliant.
Bubbly, always with a smile, and if she's not playing, she's supporting her teammates.
Yeah.
Love her attitude. That's not taking away anything at all from the fierce competitive edge as well.
You receive.
And It's a little bit symptomatic of that coin toss, wasn't it? Shauna just asking, who's doing what? It will be Starship Rockets.
Ladies and gentlemen, Penny Bay Wales represented by Shirley Lee and Jasmine Ng. On my left, Starship Records represented by Karen Robbins and Nancy Tarrant. Shirley to serve to Karen Rosa. Level Pay. One. Wait a minute. Wait. Let.
Some confusion in the chair.
Yeah. So, the tablet not responding at the moment, so we'll get some
Having our
technical
referee.
assistance.
That's okay. That's okay.
We're okay now.
One love.
We're okay.
That's a JK.
It's a false alarm from
No,
the
it's
chair.
a JK.
A JK?
A JK.
Okay, you've got to help me.
Just kidding.
At first it's okay. No, it's okay now.
Chin didn't get that message either, that it was a JK.
One love.
Okay. One of the longer rallies of the night. Shauna Lee just pushes that one long.
1-0.
Oh. That's good commitment from Jasmine.
1.
Just releases the pressure valve immediately, though. Oh, goodness, complete miss it there from Jasmine.
3-2.
That's a good serve, right
Brilliant.
into the corner.
2. Serve 3-4.
All about the serve at the moment, good or bad.
Four all. Serve 5-4.
Great control from Melissa.
6-4.
Yeah, staying on the front foot, continuing to step forward.
Sound like a badminton player there, Andrew.
It's taken me a while.
I don't even need to come tomorrow.
So 5-6.
I could talk about my display.
Do you want me to?
Pre the tie.
Do you want me to, so you can remain humble?
Was a fairly obvious opportunity for you too.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for the cue there, Andrew. For those of you at home, this wasn't filmed, but Andrew actually beat Dylan Sawajasa from the Starship Rockets in straight points, eh? It was only 1 point, but it was a straight point.
Meanwhile, Melissa Tagle with another dominant smash. Yes, when you win 1 point, you put the racket down and leave. Not sure that Dylan was quite warmed up.
Nah, don't sell yourself short, Andrew. I've actually got you noted for MVP tonight.
Well, I happen to know the guy that'll hand the trophy out, so there's every chance.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow. Well, in 2 seasons of the National League, I reckon that's the first point I've seen someone win
Yeah.
having thought the
Yeah.
shuttle was going to go long
Yeah.
and leaving it till the last moment.
Foul, service
Yeah,
foul.
it looked
Service foul.
high, didn't it?
6.
It looked
Yeah.
high.
8.
Great job.
7. 8.
Good little fight back here.
Well, service over. 9-8.
Couple of game points here for the Rockets.
Game point 8. Game.
Well
Yeah,
done.
confusion, but Rosario was good enough to find the open court, and Starship Rockets win that.
The first game went by strict records. 11-8.
And it was pretty rapid fire stuff, wasn't it? Both combinations playing at a really fast clip, and
Yeah.
I wonder if obviously it proved to be a winning strategy for the Rockets, but maybe the Plenty Bay Whales just need to try and slow
Yeah.
their opponents down a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah. And I mean, in the Starship Rockets, Alyssa Tugley does so good at just controlling the rally when not, like she knows when to go for the attack, also when just to do placement shots. And I think maybe that's where Plenty Bay Whales maybe needs to put some of their focus coming into game 2. But no, I still think this could go either way, to be honest.
Of course, yep. Yep. And the quality clearly there in Jasmine Ng and Shauna Lee to turn this around.
Yeah.
I think I kind of got part way there in acknowledging the umpires, the line judges.
Sorry, yeah. Did you want to carry on?
Well, I should go back to that.
Game. Yeah.
Because their commitment of time and voluntarily, it's just been superb.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they too have enjoyed the chance to get back out there. Post-lockdown. Disrupted year last year for everyone, the athletes, the officials.
Yeah. Yeah, I could hear some of the other international umpires really excited for the Trans-Tasman bubble, so they can actually look into, you know, volunteering and getting back onto the chair at the international level as well, even if it is just in the Australian context.
Oh, that is
Great shot
lovely
from
from Rosario. Wow.
1-2.
You have so little time to make that decision.
Yeah.
Well, subs 3-1.
great.
2-3. Three all. Serve to 4-3. Out. 5-3.
Rockets assuming control again in the second game.
Oh, serve to 4-5. Five all.
Late decision, but the right decision. And as is so often the case after winning a point, Shauna Lee wants to get on with it quickly. Wasn't a good serve though, was it?
6-all.
Oh,
great shot.
Perfect.
So 7-6.
Oliver Layden Davis appreciated that one.
Nice.
8-6.
So that control has disappeared to the extent that Fanny Megawati has called time out. So Plenty Bay Wales now asserting their own authority in this second game. And it seems to be largely on the back of Shauna Lee, just grabbing this game by the scruff of the neck.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Talking earlier about what it is about her, and there's the obvious talent,
Yeah.
the creativity, all the shot making. But I've seen it a couple of times here in this. I think another great strength of hers, she has badminton maturity beyond her years.
Yeah.
She seems to know when to stare down an opponent, when to play quickly.
Yeah.
It seems to be intuitive, which is great for a 17-year-old. Just gone long.
So 7-8.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember Shauna when she was, I think she must have been like 8 or something. And, you know, she still had that same intensity rocking up Taiming Junior Club, you know. She was always on it, you know. And I think that's really benefited her as she's actually progressed through the levels and into national and international sport.
Brilliant. Wonderful badminton.
Stunning.
8-9.
What a big point that was as well for the Rockets to win.
Yeah, you were saying. 8-9.
Oh, Shauna Lee, I think, was making a play at that.
No, that was intentional miss.
That is brilliance if that was missed on purpose. Game point. And we're going to a third. So Shauna Lee and Jasmine Ng, they overturned an early deficit and then took control in the second half of that game.
Second game, won by Bay. 20 Bay, Wales, 11-8, 1 game all.
So again, it's the job of Fanny Megawati here, it seems, to lift her players just emotionally, just, you know, raise the excitement levels a little bit. I mean, this is a great match. These two are absolutely giving their all. But just has been a little bit of a reflection. I don't think I'm being unfair, am I, Raina? Their performance has just been a little bit flat as a team tonight.
Yeah. No, I would agree with you, Andrew. And I think it is, you know, it's that age-old thing where when you're safe, you know, complacency comes. And I do think that, unfortunately, is coming through in the Starships' performance tonight. But I mean, kudos to Plenty Bay Wales. And actually, so it is hard sometimes going up against a team when sometimes you feed off the opponent's energy.
Yep.
And so huge kudos to Plenty Bay Wales for actually bringing their own energy to the game tonight.
So a win here in this game for Jasmine Ng and Shauna Lee would wrap up the tie 4-1 with a game to play and would propel them up the leaderboard on the points table to 7 points, and it would challenge the Apples to match that tomorrow night.
Hey.
Are they watching, do you think? Can we throw that challenge out there to the mighty Jazz Apples? Have they got it in them?
Should we just directly say hi to Tony Griffin?
Has your team got it in them, Tony, tomorrow night? It's a rare, complete miss hit there from Shauna. And the Rockets are away. And
perfect serve.
That's very, very dangerous. In an 11-point game, 4-love in the decider. Five. And not surprising, Ricky Olsen-Ziegerman calls timeout. Wants to have a word, and this is one of those timeouts where it's kind of less about what she's saying right now, and it's more about just stopping the game.
Yeah.
You know, turn the lights out. Just stop the game for a moment or two.
Yeah.
What's changed it here, Raina? What have you seen? I mean, they're just lifting early. They're not getting themselves into the rally.
I don't know. I just don't think they kind of came back on court after the interval.
Switched off a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, they got to switch back on big time here.
Hey.
Oh, that is superb from Tagle. Oh, I thought the shot from Jasmine Ng was pretty good, but Tagle good enough to get there and then find a winner. last.
Joshua,
Oh.
1-6.
Shauna stomping around the place. Don't be deceived by that, though. She's just as likely to turn that anger into a run of points.
Exhibit A.
2-6.
Okay, 3 in a row. They're climbing their way back into it.
3-6.
I reckon they're just about at base camp, though. They've got a lot of work still to do.
Kate. Oh, shows fault too high. Joshua,
Not the
7,
call you want.
3.
Smallest of margins.
4-7.
Love a ballsy line leave.
Well, at 3-7. Good defence from the Wales.
5-7.
Oh, well left.
That's probably more luck than leaving.
She just ducked and got out of the way. It's the rivals tonight, but typically teammates. Oliver Layden-Davis and Rani Minota, and what a run this is now.
Oh my
Shauna
goodness.
Lee and Jasmine Ing.
7-7. Do we have Caitlin Rosario calling for something?
Asking for the shuttle to be
7-all.
switched out. And she gets her way. Oh, and again,
my
it
goodness.
goes long. Well, this is a great show of wonderful defensive badminton at times from the
Brilliant.
Wales.
Oh.
8-0.
Just long. Crucial
9-8.
points. That seemed to just be going a bit too far.
Judgment of the players tonight, more often than not, has been superb. Oh, lovely, lovely badminton. And we might need to call for a defibrillator for that shuttle. It has been absolutely battered. What a rally. What a rally.
That was at least half a marathon, if not a full one.
Okay. Yeah.
As Raina Phillips next to me reaches for the water bottle.
I'm just so tired, you know. That really exhausted
Draining.
me. Oh,
Draining.
Absolutely draining.
Great stuff, though, from these women out on court.
We have the men's doubles warming up physically and vocally.
Hey.
The lift
brilliant.
invites the Wales to hit the winner.
Could this be a clean sweep for the Wales?
Match point to
Match
take
point
out the
and
tie.
point. Brilliant.
They've got it. They've got it. The Plenty Bay Whales make sure the Starship Rockets go into the grand final with that losing feeling, because they take out the tie 4-1 with a match to play. And that was wonderful doubles. Both teams contributing to an enthralling match. All the players, including those still to play in the mixed doubles, were watching with huge interest. Andrew Chan confirms the result.
Plenty Bay Wales 8-11, 11-8, 11-9.
And that is superb, and really does now ask the question of the mighty Jazz Apples tomorrow night in their match against the Tigers. They've got to match this result to grab third place. And, well, for the Rockets, they're going to have to watch some tape of another week going into the grand final. But wonderful match, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. I mean, throughout that whole entire match and every single game, you really didn't know which way it was going to go. And both teams did well in holding their space. But at the end of the day, it was Shauna and Jasmine from the Plenty Bay Whales who really just came out on top, who held it to the very end and managed to pull through with that win. Let's hear from them now.
Thanks, Raina. Well done, guys. It's just a lot of fun watching, and the enjoyment that you guys are getting out of that performance and to win this tie tonight. It's just what it's all about. You've come out without a care in the world and playing with a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before as well, like we have to have that in the back of our minds and try not to think about it too much. But I actually didn't even realise. But yeah, we had to dig deep and fight for that one to bring it back. Yeah.
It wraps it up. Do you ever play without a smile?
Me? Not really, because I think that's my coping mechanism of, like, you know, if I'm nervous, I just smile a lot and laugh a lot. Yeah, so that's why.
Combination-wise, through the course of the tournaments, like most players, most pairings, getting better, you feel that you've improved as you've gone through, and that's a nice way to finish?
Yeah, in a way. Like, I think that we have improved as a pairing, but we still need to, like, focus, like, on not making mistakes and sticking to the strategy, obviously. Yeah.
Well done. Great way to finish the season for you guys. Good stuff. And that does wrap it up. The night, the tie is won, but there's still one game to play. We know, though, that the Plenty Bay Whales will take the 3 points and move up to 7 on the points table, with a challenge now for the mighty Jazz Apples tomorrow night. But that's another night. We've still got one to come tonight. The mixed doubles is next.
I wanna know who you really are, what you dream about at night. I wanna know who you really are, baby, come into the light. I wanna know you. I wanna know you.
Well, welcome back. This one is done and dusted on the night in terms of the points, but not in terms of the badminton. We know that the Plenty Bay Whales have taken all 3 points, still the mixed to come. Gives us another chance to pause and consider our grand final coming up on the 1st of May. It's a Saturday afternoon, gets underway at 3. Doors will open at about 2 o'clock in that afternoon. Sky City Theatre. All proceeds from ticket sales go to the Starship Foundation. So not a cent is taken by Badminton New Zealand. Remember, this is a $20,000 competition, so the sponsors are doing a wonderful job putting up the prize money and also allowing all of the door sales, ticket sales, to go to Starship Foundation. Get your tickets online at nzbadmintonleague.com. Let's sell out the house. 4-1, Plenty Bay Whales. Let's welcome our final match on court. It is the mixed doubles. And leading our teams out, it will be the Starship Rockets and their combination of Dylan Sojasa and Alyssa Dagle and Adam Jeffrey and Shauna Lee. Shauna fresh off the back of that win in the women's doubles that secured the points for the Plenty Bay Whales, along with the other performances. Of course, it just happened to be the 4th win on the night.
But I mean, she did account for 3 of those wins.
Yes, which I guess propels her into the conversation for Crystal Ashley Designs MVP.
Does it?
Well, I'm just asking the question.
It's pretty noticeable, her performance tonight, yes.
You just went all Frankie Valley on me.
Do you want to hear my full range?
That's me.
Black, serve, receive.
Not sure if I'm allowed to give that show a plug or not. I will.
Who's receiving?
Jersey Boys.
Jersey Boys.
Okay.
It's,
Civic Theatre?
Yeah, at the Civic. If you're interested in a bit of musical theatre and a bit of music history as well, it's a great story, good fun. Enjoyed opening night the other night. Anyway, from that theatre to the Sky City Theatre in a week and a half. Looking forward to the show. Looking forward to that show. Who will be the star that night? Alyssa Dagle will be there for the Starship Rockets. 21 years of age, ranked number 3 in the country in mixed doubles. Shauna Lee at number 2, just one better. And this could be some fun here. This could be some fun. All 4 players will play in a pretty relaxed state of mind, I would imagine, albeit the Plenty Bay Whales can play in a celebratory mode. Dylan Sojasa, who will be racking up the so's in the grand final. Is that actually a thing in badminton, or is that just relating to Dylan?
Oh, it's only Dylan. No one else in this whole entire world does it. No, I'm kidding.
There's quite a few players, but the is actually so. It is a...
Yeah. Well, like, you know, each player has their own, like, you know, little chirp. It's like a
Ready
buzzer,
to play.
You know?
Adam Jeffrey at 20 years of age. I don't know that Adam does have a vocal aspect to his game. Relatively quiet young man, isn't he?
Nah, he's going to bring it this game. I feel it.
So this one is what they call a consolation game. A little bit of fun, or a little more doom and gloom if the Starship Rockets can't get on top. They'll be disappointed with this tonight, and I'm sure they'll reflect and remind themselves that they cannot afford to come out anywhere near this
Ladies
sort
and
of
gentlemen,
level
on my right,
the
Plenty Bay
Tigers in the
Whales,
grand final.
represented by Adam Jeffrey and Shauna Lee. And on my left, Starship Rockets, represented by Dylan Sojasa and Alyssa Dagle. Starship Rockets to serve, Alyssa Dagle to Adam Jeffrey. Level, play. One, love.
Dylan bringing the noise early.
I thought that was Adam.
Too low.
God, I'm funny. Nice from Shauna.
I do believe
Service
before
over.
the match
1-2.
got underway, your prediction was 5-1, mine was 4-2. So
I'm going to be correct.
if only we both had been going for the Wales. Because let's be fair, let's be perfectly honest
Service
here.
over.
Fine.
We
3,
both thought
1.
the Rockets would win tonight.
Yeah.
Hold. Service over.
And I mean,
2,
if Shauna
3.
and Adam actually do pull this game through, that's a perfect inversion of last time.
It's also one of the least likely words
Service
to
over.
find in a badminton commentary.
Inversion.
2.
Because I'm smart, not just funny.
Service over. 3, 4.
Great.
Good sense of mind, presence of mind to stay on the front foot, get to the net.
Service over. 5, 3. Hold. 6, 3. Service over. 4, 6. Out.
Back-to-back service issues. First for
Service
the Rockets,
over.
then for the
7,
Wales.
4.
Jeffrey with the power.
Service over. 5, 7.
Still very quiet.
Nah, he's just loading it up, you know? It's like Goku, it just takes 2 episodes.
Service over. 8, 5.
Oh, that is
Brilliant.
brilliantly anticipated.
Service over. 6, 8.
Great work from Dylan.
Service over. 9, 6. Yes. Service over. 7, 9.
Adam Jeffrey just snatching
Service
at that
over.
one.
10. Game point. 7. Service over. 8, 10. Game.
So Starship Rockets on the way in the mixed doubles.
First game won by Starship Rockets 11-8.
Of course, in our post-tie interview, we will reveal and present our Crystal Ashley Designs MVP for the night tonight. In that race for the overall MVP. Going into this week's action, Edward Lau leading the way with 8 points. Alyssa Dagley in second place with 7. Shauna Lee, another one playing tonight, and Dylan Sojasa, 4 points going into this. Andy Rouse with 3. Jack Wang also there in the mix. He'll play tomorrow night. Of course, he has 6 points. But your top 3 going into this final round ahead of the grand final. Edward Lau with 8, Alyssa Dagley with 7, and Jack Wang with 6 points. There's a confirmation of tomorrow night's action when some of those players will have a chance to add to their tally. Mighty Jazz Apples up against the Tiger Brokers Tigers. The Tigers have not lost all season. The Apples must win, get all 3 points to get third place. So it'll be all to play for tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. The coverage gets underway.
Second game. Love all. Play.
Well, Sojasa gets the glory with the winning smash, but Dagley set it up beautifully with a great defensive push.
Brilliant from Dylan.
2, love.
And easy for us to say, but you might look back at the contrast between this final game of the night and the first game of the night, the 3v3, and ask, where was this energy? Where was this emotion from the Rockets? They've jumped away to a very good lead.
4, love.
Justine Villegas, as a timeout is called,
Plenty Bay
he's,
Rails.
sat alongside in commentary on occasion through this Barfoot and Thompson League. Just the one banner to go amongst all of these supporters.
Wholesome.
They might need to extend the budget. And Abhinav Manota, there it goes back along the row. And or they're going back again. This is like the Mexican wave that just keeps on giving. No, Marnie didn't get another look.
Oh, denied.
Oh, they've had enough.
Oh.
They're going to different
They're editing
message.
it. They're editing it. They're editing it.
I wonder if they might give us a shout out. Good start here though in the second game. And I know you've just been pondering and having a look at candidates for the MVP, but Rockets could have done with this energy, couldn't they, at the start of the night?
Five, love.
And so the march continues.
6, love. Service over. 1-6.
We're on the board, but is this too little too late in the mixed?
Out.
I think it might be.
Service over. 7-1. Service over. 2-7.
Well, they have to make a run at this now.
7.
They cannot let this go any further. 3-7, they're right on the precipice here. Chasa winding up.
Dylan always is brilliant to watch, eh?
Service
Always
over.
brilliant.
8-3.
He's very, brings a very physical presence. How good is that from Shauna Lee? Just swatting flies away and then a
That's
clean
probably how
winner.
she practices.
8.
Wow. Adam Jeffrey.
Five.
Another smash, another winner, another silent moment from Adam Jeffrey.
He's saving it, okay?
Dylan
He's
Ready.
saving it. You know, Goku, honestly, that spirit bomb took him ages. It's the same with Adam.
Oh, the little touch on the net helped Shauna Lee.
See, look, he's tensing his jawline. It's about to come. It's about to come.
So is the end of the match.
Oh, second strings of the night for Adam. That's where I would personally yell.
Another racket will be sent off to be restrung.
Service over. 9-6.
Oh, cute. We've got a rocket now.
Don't look at the teamwork there from the supporters,
Fairly wholesome.
fans. And that rocket might well be flying to victory. And I'm glad they improved on the artwork, because what we didn't catch earlier,
Match point.
thankfully, there was an earlier version.
Oh,
And
really?
I couldn't tell if it was a rocket or a whale,
Oh.
frankly.
Great.
Oh,
Brilliant
Shauna Lee
shot.
keeps them alive.
Service over. 7-10.
Come on, Adam. Give us one yell tonight. Great game.
So the Starship Rockets win the mixed, but they do bow out on the night, but they'll go to the grand final, if you can make sense of all of that. So the Plenty Bay Whales, they've given themselves a chance of securing third place in this $20,000 Barfoot and Thompson New
Match
Zealand
won by
Badminton League.
Starship Rockets.
But for the
11-8,
Starship Rockets,
11-7.
I think they've got to bring that energy, replicate that from the first moment in the grand final on the 1st of May. And they just didn't quite deliver earlier on tonight, but they finished the night off on a good note.
Yeah, it is always good to see them actually. I mean, when you are watching and you know what players are capable of in terms of performance, it is always good to see them actually reach that. And yeah, so huge kudos to Dylan and Alyssa for actually being able to end tonight, which may not have gone the way that they expected, but to end tonight with a really good bang. But let's hear from them.
Congratulations. Well done, guys. I'm probably going to be a bit harsh here right from the get-go. Was that the energy you needed right from the start tonight that we saw there? Was that a little bit lacking early on tonight, do you think, in terms of you're already in the grand final, so maybe a little bit complacent?
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the tie, I think we were all a little bit too relaxed, and that cost us the more important points. But yeah, the energy from us was a little bit late.
But it was good. It was good there. And I guess the learning, Dylan, is bring that from the first moment in the grand final, if we can jump ahead to that just quickly, because you'll need that against the Tigers, won't you, on the 1st of May?
Yeah, from the start we gotta bring all our energy. Yeah, tonight was a bit lackluster, but yeah, we're looking forward to the finals, and I'm pretty sure we'll do a lot better than this.
Yeah, and if I can just get comment from you both on that, because Sky City Theatre are hoping for a good attendance. If we can get 400 or 500 in there, it's going to go off. Something a little bit different. I know you've played there already once, but in a grand final, it's going to be something special, isn't it?
Yeah, we're definitely not used to the big audience with the Sky City Theatre, so it would be a really good experience. Yeah.
A few family and friends. Have you put the shout out for them to get along?
Oh, they'll be coming in the thousands.
Which means we need to increase capacity. And of course, all the money goes to Starship Foundation from ticket sales, so that's great as well.
Yeah, it's really awesome to help out a good cause like the Starship Foundation.
Good stuff, guys. Well done on the win to round out the night. But it was, in the end, of course, a losing night for the Starship Rockets, with the Plenty Bay Whales getting the win. And I can bring in our Crystal Ashley Designs MVP, and it is Shauna Lee. Congratulations, Shauna, getting the support from teammates and fans. Nice to end the season on a really high note.
Yeah, I think for us, like, we started the season really strong. We won't talk about the middle part, but we ended off really strong, so that's all that matters.
And when you look at this league, and it certainly looks like it's here to stay, it's so successful, it's so competitive, so even. And when you look back across all of the ties played through this year's competition, every match counts, doesn't it?
Yeah, like definitely, like all the ties that we lost, they were all like could have gone either way. Like all the matches, like 3-setters or like really close matches that we could have won. So every match does definitely count. Every point counts, to be honest. Yeah.
What's next for you now? This is your Barfoot and Thompson League concluded. What's next for you in regards badminton, in regards school, in regards sport generally? What have you got coming up next?
Just finishing off my last year at school and probably off to university next year. But as for badminton wise, preparing for nationals in June, I think, and also down in Palmerston North Junior Nationals as well with my team.
Good stuff. Well done. Congratulations. Crystal Ashley Designs MVP for tonight, Shauna Lee, and deserving of that with her performance right the way through the evening. I'll bring Raina Phillips in now to wrap things up tonight. And a high note for the Plenty Bay Whales to finish on. And maybe just a little annoyed that, as Shauna said, they didn't play well through the middle part of the competition, or at least didn't play well in the big moments.
Yeah, and I think tonight especially just actually shows that although the leaderboard's pretty set, that it is actually just really tight between every single team. And I'm sure the Wales will be sharing that same sentiment as Shauna, where they do wish maybe they could have pulled this out a bit earlier. But still, it's an awesome night of badminton.
Now, we've given Tony and his team the challenge. Mighty Jack. No. This is a team effort. Are they up to it, the Apples? It's interesting now, isn't it? Because will the Tigers have the same issues tomorrow night with a little bit of complacency, a chance for the Apples to get the 3 points and grab third place?
Yeah, I think it will be interesting. I think it is actually quite different because, I mean, if you look at the Tigers, they've probably been leading this whole league. And, I think there's probably been many points where they could have been complacent, but they've still come through. So I actually think Tony and his team of the Apples probably do have maybe a harder challenge tomorrow, but it will be cool to see what they do.
And we will be here tomorrow night to bring you all of the action from 7 o'clock at the Waitakere Badminton Hall when the mighty Jazz Apples look to try and grab third place. They're up against the unbeaten Tiger Brokers Tigers. But for tonight, it was all about the Plenty Bay Whales with a win 4-2 over the Rockets.